Hey, what's going on, fellow money lovers? Welcome to another video. So we're talking about 5 hidden value pennies that you might not have considered. I know you know about the big ones like 1909s, the 1955s, and crazy 1969 double dies, but what if I told you that there's 5 other great ones you can look for, amongst many others of course, and some of these aren't even errors that are worth really good money. So today I'm going to break down 5 real pennies. Some of them you might have heard about, some of them maybe not. Each of them has the potential to be worth serious money, so no mint set only coins. Well, one snuck in there, but I'll explain why in a minute. Real world finds with backed auction sales. The 1983 Lincoln Cent with a reverse cud is an absolutely wonderful and dramatic error. These 1983 cents from Philadelphia have a full reverse cud and heavy obverse die damage. This is cataloged by PCGS as an FS401, and it's one of those coins that just jumps out the second you find one. Now, they're a bit more rare, especially in extreme versions, but many of them have been found. You'll see a large raised blob over the bottom of the reverse, covering part or all of the phrase 1 cent. It looks like the metal has melted or swelled in that area. That's the cud, caused by a broken die chunk falling off during striking. On the obverse, there's a secondary error, which is a die failure. Radial cracks are pitting across Lincoln's face, and these can be really noticeable, but sometimes you'll have to look at them through magnification. Now here's the crazy and wild part. PCGS has certified this coin in multiple grades. And although examples are tough to find in the wild, they are out there. As of today, this error is fully listed in PCGS Coin Facts, and the variety is actively being graded. You won't find a ton of auction sales on them, but values for strong cud errors with obverse damage have ranged up to several $100s and upwards of thousands. It's one of those oddities that can sit in a penny jar for decades before anyone realizes what it is. Let's move on to that oddity mint set coin I mentioned in the beginning, and you're probably wondering to yourself, how would a mint set coin even be in circulation? Well, it is one of those sleeper coins that makes it in by mint sets being broken open, and who knows. But many examples of these satin finish coins have found their way in. These 2006D Satin Finish Lincoln Cents are really great. Between 2005 and 2010, the U.S. Mint struck special satin finish coins for inclusions in mint sets only. These weren't meant to be in circulation, but over the years, this is one of those mint coins that has come up multiple times found in coin rolls. A satin finish cent has a smooth matte surface and sharply defined details, so it won't shine like a regular business strike. Instead, the fields look frosted, almost powder coated. In circulated but identifiable condition, these coins can fetch in upwards of like $300, especially when they're clearly satin strikes that escape circulation. Now, when we're talking about ones found in circulation, these can range in upwards of $1,000, with of course ones graded closer to pristine condition selling for closer to $2,000 or $3,000. Bottom line, if you think you've found any mint set coin in circulation, of course hold on to it, but in this case, these 2006D pennies are really great and they're hard to miss. The next one on the list is the 1972 Doubled Die Obverse, the one where In God We Trust is clearly doubled. These varieties show subtle doubling, but are still a great error to look for. You'll notice doubling in the word Liberty, parts of the date, and sometimes even the mint mark. So here's why it matters. A PCGS MS66 red example from Philadelphia with a double die sold for over $20,000 through GreatCollections. In more normal capacities, these coins can be worth anywhere between $75 and $200, depending on how much they exhibit strong doubling. In grades that are in low MS grades like MS61 through 65, you can see these selling for good money around $400 to $800. But in really high grades at MS66 or higher, these can sell for thousands. The next one on the list is the 1999 Wide AM Lincoln Cent. If you are unfamiliar with close and wide AM cents, please watch my video that covers them in depth. You'll learn a ton of stuff hopefully, and then you can come back here. The 1999 wide AM is a transitional design error, and a highly valuable one at that. You may have heard of it. It happened when the mint accidentally used a reverse die intended for proof coins on a regular business strike. The most noticeable tell is the spacing between the A and the M in America. In the regular design, they almost touch. On a wide AM, you guessed it, they're wide and have a noticeable gap. While 1998 and 2000 wide AMs get all the attention, the 1999 is by far the rarest of the three, and of course has a great value. One PCGS MS67 Red sold for $2,300, but that was way back in 2011. Other versions have come up since then and sold for similar values, but over $1,000 regularly. Now, ones that are in lower grades that aren't so pristine sell for still a wide range, but usually between $200 and $500. Even in raw circulated condition, you can see wide AMs in various types sell for between $30 and $100. So if you're looking through 99 cents, flip it over and check the word America. If there's a clear spacing between the A and M, you might be looking at a low-key gem. Let's close out the video with one of the most common pennies of the memorial reverse era, the 1964 D Lincoln Cent. There was over 3 billion of these struck, and nearly all of them went straight into circulation. There were no official mint sets that year due to a government push to discourage coin hoarding. Darn government. That means collectors had no easy way to preserve pristine examples. As a result, finding a true high-grade example of one of these coins has proved really difficult. Here's where it gets interesting. A certified PCGS MS67 Red sold for over $1,400 through heritage auctions. Other examples have pushed even higher, with one selling for $2,800 and even close to $8,000 in 2016. So what makes one of these things worth $2 and another one worth $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000? It's all in the details. You're looking for a coin with blazing red luster, no carbon spotting, minimal contact marks, and sharp strike details. This is one of those odes that condition is king, especially when you're looking at fine details like Lincoln's hair and coat. Even a 1-point jump in grade from MS66 to 67 can mean a 4-figure difference. If you're hunting through copper rolls or old bank hoards, old dusty coin jars, don't ignore those 64s out of Denver. They can be worth a ton of money. So there you go. We have talked about 5 really cool coins that you can look for when you're hunting through Lincoln cent rolls or through your change jar, pocket change, all that. So pick the pocket lint off your coins, go through them, and look for some of these things. Check out my other videos that cover coins, banknotes, and all things collectible. Make sure to check out my new series that talks all about old vintage collectible books if you're into that, and old RPG and gaming books. Anyway, see me in the comments where you can tell me about the stuff you're finding in your hunts lately. Otherwise, I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.